So you got it right. Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Young Talkers podcast. This is the second edition, and you really like the first one. We got like 100 views in a day, which is
That's
pretty
good.
good for like just a couple of subscribers. So show more love, keep it going, and please don't forget to donate. And today we have some really important issues to discuss because this past week has been extraordinary, much more special than the last one because we
Yeah.
have seen some really apocalyptic stuff and things are pretty crazy right now. I think we should first start with where me and Veer live in. We live in Bombay right now, and Bombay has like is getting like 30,000 cases of coronavirus every single day, and it has 30,000 deaths till now, and we've just crossed like the 1 million mark on Friday, I think. So, and at the same time, on like September 22nd or 20th, schools are reopening. It's optional, but they're still reopening. So it's a pretty weird time to live
Yeah.
in. I think the most important thing is that will you be going to school if it reopens?
So my parents know that like if we all take precautions and things like that, my parents would allow me to go. And I think for some subjects like that it's difficult to do it online, and there is something that you can only do physically in school, like get things corrected. So I think that I will be going if it happens.
I was like reading a lot that like there's a lot of less supply of oxygen cylinders and ventilators in like the
Oh yeah,
hospitals.
I read that.
Only like 1/8 of the patients end up getting oxygen cylinders. Almost like I believe like 18 or 19% of patients are getting access to enough oxygen. So this problem is pretty bad, and I think
So
I think even despite Bombay being like the metropolitan city and sort of like the most advanced and modern city, we're still lacking pretty horribly. Although we were able to
But it's
control,
also that we also have a huge population, right?
yeah, that's also there. We also have a huge
Yeah.
population. So on the other hand, we were able to contain the slums pretty well. Like the
I
cases
know.
in like very congested areas have remained quite less than expected. But then at the same time, we've had 1 million cases, which is pretty huge.
Yeah, that's
And if
true.
you'll just look at the graph of like the COVID-19 cases, it keeps rising. We've not really had like a slump in the middle or something. So it's
so I've just got a question. Like in USA, when we were at our peak of our cases, there's this problem where hospitals were generally giving the ventilators to upper class citizens, ignoring lower class citizens. Is that problem also coming in Bombay? Like, is there this class based discrimination also to who to save and who not to save?
I mean that exists.
So the personally, I like the first problem in Bombay is that there is not enough hospital and there's not enough beds for the cases with the people who are there. So it's really about how early you reach to the hospital and what the situation is. So right now there's a lot of cases. So it really depends on like how early you reach, and they're turning like schools and things like that into places where they can add more beds and get more staff. So it is kind of really difficult here.
And I'm pretty sure I also read that other diseases, like let's say you have a heart attack or cancer, are being disregarded for corona. Like
Oh
they're
yeah,
sending
that's
people
happening a
home.
lot.
They're sending people home for people without corona, which is which is good and bad at the same time for other people with very serious problems. That doesn't get counted in corona deaths, but that's directly related to corona, where you
Exactly,
get
that's
sent
what's
home.
in private hospitals. They have no hospital beds at all for non-coronavirus patients, like at all. So they're just saying no because they don't have any beds.
But the thing about the USA is that, factories such as Tesla or General Motors have stopped car production and started producing masks and ventilators.
Yeah,
Like people such as,
even over here Mahindra was making ventilators. I remember. I read
I feel
something.
like people such as Tata Steel with huge factories should do the same because they really need it. Like
Yeah,
business should not come before lives.
and I
Okay,
mean,
so moving on from India Corona, over here on Tuesday, we woke up to apocalyptic skies. I woke up and the whole sky was orange. It stayed like that till 11 a.m. And at 3 p.m., it felt like it was 12 in the night. Like, it was truly terrible
And
because
it
of the
looks,
wildfires going on in California.
it looks, no, like, because I don't know if you guys know, but if you've seen Justice League, so have you seen Justice League? The
Yeah.
film, there's an entire fight scene and the sky is red and it looks exactly the same. It's supposed to
Oh,
be on
the
like
final fight scene with Steppenwolf.
yeah, and it looks exactly. It's like on some alien world, but it looks exactly like.
But
like how it
I've
is.
never seen anything like that before ever.
Yeah, and dude, and California has had wildfires before, but I think this is probably one of the worst ever.
So we have been keeping track of wildfires since 1932, but in the top 5 worst wildfires, all of them came in the past 20 years, meaning after 2000, which is direct correlation with climate change. Since like these
Since
fires
America
are,
like pulled out of the Paris Agreement, sort of.
and then not only California, the entire West Coast, Oregon and Washington, 2 states that are north of California, are trapped in fires. Like in and the fire in California actually was started for a pretty stupid reason. Gender reveal party.
Yeah.
So there's this
Oh.
popular gender reveal party where like you do an explosion at the color of pink or blue, and that explosion caused the fire.
It's usually what I've seen is it's usually like a balloon which gets popped, but like
Yeah.
this time like it was an explosion.
And it happened on like a ranch, and in like a couple of days, like forests upon forests were on fire, and I believe they've only put out like 16% of it, and
No,
that's it's horrible. How close are you to the fires? Like, what's the demographic?
So 2 weeks ago, when we recorded the first podcast, the fires going on then were actually pretty close to our house. Like we are on yellow zones, meaning get ready to pack up your things. But luckily, those fires are being contained. The current fire going on, I think it's that fire is more north. It's farther away from us, but the air quality is affecting the whole state. It's going as far as Arkansas. It's even though it's far from us, it's still affecting us. It's called the Creek Fire. So the Creek Fire is the one causing these orange skies, but it's far away from us.
Okay, so these orange skies, are they only limited to California, like one state, or is it spreading into other states like
No,
Nevada?
actually, many of the pictures you see on the internet, many of them are also from Oregon or Nevada. Like they're and states such as Arkansas. Think of like Mumbai to Jharkhand. They're seeing smoke.
Wow, that's
Oh.
dude. The sky is red. Not even like you can't see the clouds. If you see the clouds, they just look red. Like they're not white. They're not blue. And at
And
night,
then,
is it red at night as well, or does it get dark?
luckily, it's gotten better now. It's normal skies, but the thing is, if you rub, it's like you can see ash falling. Like if you rub your finger on your car, it'll be fully black with ash.
Wow. And it's obviously affecting the pollution, right?
Yeah, we have the worst air quality in the world. Like it's above worse than Delhi, Beijing, Hong Kong.
Wow.
Oh my, like, oh. So moving on, I think there's another piece of news that's been coming on the internet a lot, which we all may not know something at all about, which is Kim Jong-un. Apparently, Kim Jong-un is not in a very good medical state, and his sister is supposed to be second in command. And there's a lot of controversy that she hasn't been showing up for the meetings that annually happen. Even when he was there was a quarterly meeting, and these meetings that they all were attended for, and she hasn't been coming up for those yet. So she hasn't even spoken once since she's been in charge. So it's a lot of mystery there.
It's kind of like a double whammy because no news comes out from North Korea. The only news we see is like pictures of Kim Jong-un and people saluting him. and we're not even
Yeah.
getting that now.
And a lot of the news and information that comes is from like
Western
Seoul's
media.
South, like they have this, yeah, and they have this spy agency that tries and get information out of North Korea. But till date, a lot of the times they've been wrong. So people are considering it not credible.
Speaking of men with unprecedented power and misusing that power, let's talk about Donald Trump. I don't, just when you think it can't get worse, it can always get worse. I mean, yes, not yesterday, but a couple of days ago, like a whole audio recording came out. I don't know how long, but it had him talking to one of his advisors or someone in the White House, telling him how he always wanted to underplay the importance of the virus, how he wanted to always act very calm about it. And when his like secretary and his people were asked in like the press briefings, they had no clue, they had no answers at all. And it's absolutely funny because they can't even defend him. What they're saying is, yes, he underplayed it because he didn't want people to panic, but at the same side, when he underplayed it, this caused millions and millions and people to die. So it's
And his claim for it was that he said this solely for the reason that he didn't want the public to panic.
exactly. And that's
The
sort of, I mean,
so the tapes are called the Woodward tapes. I think
Yeah.
So it's comments he made to a journalist named Bob Woodward. So
yeah,
that's
Bob Woodward, that was the name.
so the problem with him saying I don't want to create panic is that panic is necessary for these type of things. Like people need to be scared because
Oh yeah.
like the recent biker rally is because they don't have panic. They don't care about coronavirus.
I think on the same side, it's not even panic. You don't have to scare people. Just let them be aware. Just let them know that they're gonna die. Let them not live in disbelief. There's a lot of other things happening apart from politics and like in like the real world. Let's talk about like the online world because PUBG just got banned, right? Like a couple
yeah.
of days back, maybe a week ago. So that's gonna change our, because we were gonna plan to do PUBG gameplays at first. If you guys are watching, that's not gonna happen because it got banned. And that's not because PUBG is Chinese. That's because PUBG has like Chinese investors or something, I think.
So
Yeah, it's actually a South Korean company mainly, but just because it has some investors from China, they just
That doesn't make sense because I mean Zomato also should be banned because Zomato also has investment from China. There's a lot of companies like
yeah.
that.
Actually,
So
Alibaba, the company, they invest in a lot of companies, right? So there's a lot of companies that get invested in by them, and then they could be considered Chinese as well. Then
yeah.
So just to clarify for everyone, this got banned in India, like because we went into it kind of fast. It got banned in India, not US.
yeah,
Not no, only in India. If you're
Yeah.
international audience, only we got TikTok banned. Great, we got PUBG banned. So two like pretty big apps with over millions and millions of downloads. So that's a pretty big hit.
people, I think it actually helped them because there were a lot of people who were really addicted to PUBG and TikTok, and like now, since they've gotten out of it, they're trying to find alternatives, but like their addictions have decreased. So
But
maybe that's a bright side.
the flip side of this is that these apps really connected people. Like I used to play with Gulal and two other cousins. Like before then, I would never be able to play with them through PUBG. Like I would never be able to like talk to them. It was like you're next to them. I think this is a good place to end it. We've talked for quite some time.
Yeah.
I think we covered like a lot of topics in like a pretty short span of time. So yeah. I guess there you have it,
Thank you
guys.
for watching.
There
Thank
have
you
it.
guys for watching.
Hope you liked it. Hope you sort of understood our opinions and subscribe. It's pretty easy. It's just a button. Click it.
And we'll also give the link to a California Wildfire Relief Fund.
Yeah, which you can also
Yeah.
donate to.
Yeah.
If you are in America, I'm not sure if you can donate from India, but we'll see how that works out. But please do like, please do subscribe, and please do tell us any games you want us to play, any other topics you want us to discuss in the comment below. And
Yeah.
peace
Thanks,
out.
guys.
Young Talkers signing off.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.